Hey, hi, this is Dr. Mason from Mason Wellness Center. I want to talk a little bit today about food allergies and the many ways how they can affect us. Case in point, there was a 13-year-old girl who was brought to me by her mother because of unexplained rashes. Now, people have had rashes over time, but we're talking about very significant rashes that occurred on the sides of her neck, most of her chest, and her thighs. And this was not only embarrassing, but it was extremely itchy, and oftentimes she would itch to the point where she'd bleed. Now, she's gone from a pediatrician to an allergist to an infectious disease specialist, all over a period of about a year. Now, the allergist tested her for allergies, so they did a skin scratch test as well as a blood test, and they told her that she was allergic to mold. So, they suggested allergy shots for the mold. However, they declined to do that, and the mother said, is it possible that she's allergic to something that she's eating? And the allergist said no, because if she was allergic to something she was eating, she would have her throat closed or have a serious complication from that. So the mother thought, well, there's nothing linking this problem. So she came to the office, and we tested her for antibodies against foods, over 100 different foods. And it turned out that she was allergic to 12 different foods that she was consuming. Now, the difference is that when you go to a conventionally trained allergist, they're testing you to see if you have an immediate anaphylactic reaction, something that would close your throat, or something that would be life-threatening. Well, most people that have food allergies or food sensitivities don't have that kind of reaction. But what you can have is a delayed reaction. That's a different kind of mechanism of what we call IgG. So in this young girl's case, we tested her for food sensitivities, food allergies, and she had multiple delayed reactions to food. So we properly eliminated those foods from her diet. We also gave her drugless prescriptions such as quercetin complex. Now, some people don't digest the food that they consume. So this is one of the biggest reasons why they become allergic to food in the first place. So we also place her on Dr. Mason's Biozyme Forte and Betaine Plus to help her break her food down. The end result being within 6 months or 6 weeks, within 6 weeks her skin was completely cleared for the first time since 12 months. So some skin reactions also come from the gut. So we also place her on high-limit probiotic. You have to constantly re-inoculate and get your gut healthier if you want to have healthy skin and a healthy immune system. So in this young girl's case, in the conventional medical system, she was non-allergic with unexplained rashes. In our world, the integrative medicine world, we found that the cause of the problem was she had allergies, but by a different mechanism. So you might be having asthmatic events, or you may have psoriasis, or lupus, or rheumatoid arthritis, or irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's disease, as a complication of eating foods that you're allergic to 3 or 4 days after you consume them. In other words, it may not be an immediate reaction. The delayed reaction is what the key thing is, and that's why we do specialized types of blood tests. That's why we do digestive stool analysis to find out, are you digesting, absorbing, and eliminating. We have this all the time where people come to the office and they say, I have unexplained abdominal pain, I have abdominal pain, I have bloating, I have gas, I have rectal itch, I don't seem to be able to digest my food, I have undigested food in my stool, I have cramping in my bowel, I fluctuate between constipation and diarrhea, and I've had an upper GI series where I've had a colonoscopy, and they keep telling me that everything's normal. But it's not normal, because you have all these signs and symptoms. So we proceed to do a digestive stool analysis and find that the patient has parasites, or fungal growth, or a combination of the two. Or maybe they have an imbalance of bacteria, or inflammation of the bowel. And in turn, we can use drugless prescriptions and an integrative medicine alternative approach to improve these things. So you may pass the conventional medical test and you could be unhealthy. You may pass the upper GI series in the colonoscopy, meaning that you don't have cancer or you don't have an ulcer, but that just doesn't mean that everything's healthy. So this is all part of functional medicine. You know, sort of like having a headache. You know, you can have a headache that just doesn't go away, and your CAT scan of your brain is perfectly normal. Well, that just means that you've ruled out cancer, or you've ruled out a brain tumor, you ruled out an aneurysm. But what you haven't ruled out is the fact that your head may be pounding because your neck is out of alignment, or because your nervous system is disturbed, or you're eating foods that you're allergic to, or you're deficient in magnesium or riboflavin, or you're not digesting and absorbing your food properly, or you're getting chemically triggered, or you may be getting triggered by a variety of substances inside the environment or inside your body that bypassed the conventional medical model. So if you'd like more information on this, I'd encourage you to visit my website at masonwellness.com. And let's start handling these types of problems with more of a natural healthcare approach. And let's get on the road to health.
If you would like more information, please visit www.masonwellness.com or give us a call at 330-219-6250. The number again is 330-219-6250.